Hello. Today we're going to review different sizes. We're going to start with length, then we're going to go with weight and mass, and then we're going to go to capacity. So let's get started. So length, we have customized units, we have metric units. We're going to start with inches, that is the smallest one or the small one, and the mile is the biggest one. So we're going to start with inches. So it's like around the paper clip. It's about an inch. If you want to know what is a foot look like, look at your license plate. That was about a foot. And a yard is about a baseball bat. And a mile, you need to walk around 20 minutes to reach a mile. So when you walk 20 minutes, you walk a mile. So for length, for metric units, we have millimeter. It is about a dime, the thickness of a dime. Now, I'm not talking about how long is the dime, it's the thickness. So another way to look at it is if you look at a credit card, this is the thickness of the credit card. This is about a millimeter. Centimeters, you need 10 of these lines to make a centimeters, or you can look at your fingertip, right? About a centimeter. A meter, if you look at the door in your home, it's about the width. I'm not talking about how tall is it. I'm talking about the width. It's about 1 meter. And a kilometer, you need to walk 12 minutes to reach a kilometer. And if you look at this, a kilometer is less than a mile. So we're going now to look at capacity. I'm sorry, weight. Let me do weight first. So the weight, we have ounces to tons. So ounces is the lightest. Ton is the heaviest because we're talking about weight. So an ounce is like about a slice of bread. A pound, you need a loaf of bread or 16 slices of bread. And a ton is about a car. You had a car at home, it weighs about a ton. When we're talking about mass, a gram is like a shoestring, only one, right? Had a mass about a gram, and you need a textbook to reach about 1 kilogram. So lightest to heaviest, lightest to heaviest. Now we're gonna look at capacity. So when you look at capacity, we're going to start with gallons, the biggest to the smallest, right? So here we have a fruit punch, but we're going to relate it to milk. Or, let me see, yeah, milk. So if you had a milk at home, a gallon of milk, this is the heaviest. Then we got a quart of milk. We have a pint, and then we have cups. So this is the biggest, a gallon. You need 4 quarts to make a gallon. You need 8 pints to make a gallon, and you need 16 cups to make a gallon. Now we're going to talk about metric units of capacity. It's about liters. Liter is the biggest one, and milliliter is the small one. So milliliter is about 10 drops of liquid, because we're talking about milliliters, we're talking about liquid, right? Capacity is liquid, and you need 10 drops to make a milliliter, and you need like a 1 liter Coke, right, to make a liter. So if you look at it, this is only 10 drops of liquid. You need a way more than 10 drops of liquid to make a liter. So right now we're going to look at this worksheet real quick. And on this worksheet, it's about determine which one represents the length or the height, right? So we have here an inch. It's about the distance in here of your finger to. This is a foot, 12 inches of a ruler. This is a yard. So you have half of the door will be a yard, or you can look at this from here to here is also a yard. And a mile is about 5,280 feet, or remember 20-minute walk to make a mile. So when we're talking about the refrigerator, look at this line right here. It tells me that I'm looking for the height, right? The height about this refrigerator, and I know it's not a foot. because a foot is a ruler. I need more than that. It's not 12 inches because 12 inches is still a ruler. So it has to be 6 feet or 4 yards. And I know this is a yard from here. And to make a door, I need around 2 yards, right? And this is a refrigerator. And refrigerator, they look a little bit the same size. So I know it's not 4 yards. It has to be 6 feet. Now we're going to look at the ladybug. And we know the ladybugs are small bugs, right? You can put in your hands. And I know that I cannot use a foot because this is too big for the height of the ladybug. So I know that 3 yards is way big, and 3 inches is, remember that the paper clips? I need 3 of those paper clips to make 3 inches, and I know this is too big. So it has to be less than 1 inch. Now, if you look at the bicycle, you are not looking the length, you're looking the height. And if you look at the height of the bicycle, is around 10 inches. Now this is too small. Inches and inches is too small. It has to be a yard or 3 yards. And you look at the door of the size of your door. Remember the yard is about half of the door. So it cannot be 3 yards. It has to be 1 yard. And the iron, if you look at the height of the iron, it cannot be 2 feet. That's too big. 15 inches is still too big. And 8 feet, way too big. It has to be 6 inches. Now, if you look at the flash drive, and I have a flash drive. Let me see if I can show you my flash drive. This is my flash drive. And you look at the flash drive, I can use paper clip with this. So that means it's not 11 inches. It cannot be 2 feet because this is a feet. Right here, this is a foot, right? 2 of these, I cannot use that one. So it has to be 2 inches, not 6. So a football, if you play football, you know that a football is not that big. So it cannot be 2 feet. It cannot be a yard, but it cannot also be a 1 inch because 1 inch is around this tip right here. So it's not this, it has to be 11. So when you're doing relative sizes, just think about common objects in your home. Remember, inches is about a small paper clip. A foot is about your license plate, your mom's car license plate. A yard is about the width of your door, or maybe half of your door. It's going to be a yard. And you're going to get about miles. You need to walk 20 minutes to reach a mile. So that means that distance is very, very large. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will make one for converting measurements.